I cannot seem to get a second date. Please be honest as to why this might be. I've been on about 15 first dates since I started dating again September 2022. Most of these seem great. Good conversation. We laugh a lot. Ask each other tons of questions. They always either makes plans for a second date or ask if I want to do it again. We text maybe for a day or two and then the conversation dwindles and that's it. I never ask them why they cancel the second date. I just want some men's honest opinions as to why this might be happening. There's no way anyone can answer this from just a few paragraphs of information. I would be asking a close friend. One who will always tell you things straight up. That friend should look at your interactions with these guys and messages and give an analytical perspective. It's probably got nothing to do with your looks. Sounds like there was some other red flag. 15 dates in 5 months? You're flying through them. Meeting quantity instead of quality. Lucky if I find 2 women a year I'm interested in going on a date with. The most likely reason why e.g. those 15 boys ghosted you is a lack of attraction. That means that so far you seem to pick men that aren't that attracted to you. Took me 3 years of this to find my person. It sucked but don't give up. I don't think attraction was the issue. I didn't give it up on first dates either. Dating in modern times just sucks ss. Good luck though. Which end of the conversation dwindles usually and what sort of topics do you discuss? Are you coming across too formal perhaps? A few possibilities I can think of. You haven't mentioned where you have met these men. If there is a common factor, they could be there just for hookups. You might be over texting. It is a huge turn off to me if someone I just met is trying to talk to me constantly. Like I get it, but give me some room. Where are you going on the dates? Again, just looking for a common factor. I'd say a lot are telling you what you want to hear on date 1. Then if you don't meet their unattainable GF standards, a few minutes in, they say well I might ons here. When that doesn't happen they move on. They don't seek the gray area between ons and perfect girlfriend. It's an odds game my friend. Be persistent. Good luck. Be yourself and don't change to adapt to someone's wants. PS and not related to you. Op crazy how no one asks whether you're creepy or weird or if you stare too long. If your hygiene is good. What's your income? If you're fit. If you're boring etc. etc. It's pretty much the niche comments on men asking the same question as to why am I getting ghosted after the first date. I did a solid year of dating before I met my boyfriend. Treat it as a numbers game. More people you date, more likely to find a spark. It's not easy though. I was ready for giving up and it's hard not to take it personally, but you just gotta keep going. Why do you think? How do you meet these guys? On online dating platforms? Do you look like your pictures? Obvious. Only thing I could say is, the problem is we are ruling out everything. So it's defo something. Could very well be luck though. What are your conversation mannerisms? Are you passive and let them lead the convo? Do you try to entice them in any way possible? If you're having sex with them, that could be a reason. They wanted to fuck and leave. My guess is these men have other options and just pick somebody else. Or they are just hoping for sex. You're good. Could be 1,000 reasons. Possibilities. 1. Weight. In these days, we are being told to embrace body positivity, but to be really honest, if a woman is fat, not thick, a lot of men will keep away, especially being seen in public with her. 2. Dressing just like weight above. 3. Too loud and disrespectful. 4. Very, very high standards nobody can attain. Otherwise I don't see why an even somewhat pretty and chill lady would not be attracting and keeping a lot of men. Do you dress kinda sexy on your dates? Are you religious? 15 first dates in 5 months face with raised eyebrow. There's something serious going wrong if it's that egregious. It's probably not the looks, since they wouldn't have gone on the date in the first place unless you're seriously catfishing them, so it has to be what you're saying or doing and they're just being polite during the date. Do all of these men have something in common? Are they all in the same demographic age range? We have zero information that would give us any insight into what's going on here. I'm not sure what you're expecting to learn from us that would actually be useful. Clearly the guys are not connecting with you. It's either something that's not making you attractive to them, is making you off-putting relating to personality or conversation being had, or something about the guys you're choosing. Do your pics reflect what you really look like? Personality could be anything. I've not pursued women because they've seemed like they would be boring partners. E.g., not adventurous eaters. Vegans. No hobbies. Where do you meet them? If it's online, maybe it's because they thought you looked better in the pictures than IRL. Maybe you rubbed them the wrong way? You're picking guys that are looking for hookups and not a relationship. Keep weeding those types out. Change how you're meeting them. Possible top-of-mind reasons could include apps. Some are better than others. Your dating profile on apps, quality, expectations, preferences, etc. Type of activity, fun or job interview like. Dating location, environment, texting communication, momentum, both PPL. Length of date. Not being. I did see a post earlier about how a guy went on a date with someone who was super attractive but their breath reeked. It's not a question most of us like to address publicly. But maybe a hygiene problem? I don't know you, but I'm throwing suggestions out here. Maybe we are doing more than you for it to work. What do you look like? And are your profile pics representative of how you look today? With this little of information, the only thing I can think of is they are not going on a date with the girl they thought they would. They get there and don't see what they expected. Are your pictures and profile 100 representing what you look like in person? If you want to find someone, you need to be honest from the start. Even if that means you won't get dates as often. As others have alluded to, I'd credit a lack of physical sexual attraction. Either they don't feel it for you or they're not getting the feeling that you have it for them. You certainly shouldn't feel pressured to have sex on the first date. But if things aren't flirty enough for some sexual tension on the first date, I probably won't be interested in a second one. Are you scaring them? Give them sexy vibes but tell that you have periods. I guess it depends on how these talks on the dates go. Perhaps you are saying something that is scaring them off and they are just being polite. Is your picture up to date and accurate? I ask in case you are using a 5-year-old picture and you've gained 40 pounds and look nothing like your profile and it is a catfish. Once again, maybe they don't say anything because they are just being polite. What is your job? Do you have really crazy long work hours? Are you a stripper? Something they are picking up about your job that makes them think this isn't worth pursuing? Maybe it isn't anything. Maybe it is just bad luck. Do particular conversations seem to come up before the conversation dwindles? Do you go for people who have many options, backups? Is there a trend? There could be several factors affecting it, starting from what you talk about to how you end the date. They are probably intimidated by you, by sheer opulence. You're cute, so the only reason I could see a second date not happening is because of the conversation that takes place at the table. I don't know what you and your dates talk about, but it seems obvious that it's setting off red flags for the 15 dudes you've dated. If it was like 1 or 2 guys, I would say it's on them, but 15 is quite a lot to refuse a second date for no reason.